Hi there folks, Tower Tech here, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at the latest lineup of drones from DJI with their latest edition, the Phantom 4 Advance. Now, I've been an owner of a Phantom 4 for quite some time, and it's an absolutely fantastic drone. The first in their lineup that included obstacle avoidance with forward-facing sensors that could see quite a far distance out, and software that could actually compensate and climb and go around obstacles to ensure that you don't crash into trees. So the latest offering racks in at a fairly steep £1,649. And whilst DJI have actually discontinued the Phantom 4, I had a quick look on Amazon and you actually can still pick it up for around £989. So what does £479 of your hard-earned cash actually get you? So in comparison to the Phantom 4, the Advance has got a 1-inch sensor behind its lens, which is almost 4 times the size of the original Phantom 4, which had a 1/2-inch sensor. Now, don't get too caught up in the number of megapixels and stuff like that. What's important to remember about this is the larger the sensor, the more light it can collect, the better and crisper and cleaner an image it will be able to provide for you, particularly where you've dialed your ISO up. You'll have much less grain and much less noise in the image. The new camera also includes the aperture control that we saw on the Phantom 4 Professional. Now this is a really great addition. I called this out in one of my earlier videos, which I'll link up there, particularly around the Osmo, that you're typically using these devices outside in well-lit conditions, and having a really wide aperture is going to let in far too much light, and you're going to end up with really crazy shutter speeds up in the hundreds or thousands to compensate for the amount of light that's coming in. So being able to close that aperture down and control the amount of light coming in is a great addition. It also adjusts the depth of field that will be in focus at any given moment in time. So very wide apertures like 2.8 and 1.8 are going to have a very narrow depth of field. So this is where you get your subject in focus and the background behind them nice and blurry. So why on earth anybody thought it was a good idea to give really wide open apertures to drones that are taking videos of large landscapes is absolutely beyond me. So being able to crank that aperture down is a great addition. You've also got a mechanical shutter, which is going to help eliminate any distortions from rolling shutter issues on the sides of your image. But what's quite interesting is that this camera is available on the Phantom 4 Professional, which is only about £150 more expensive, and that also includes obstacle avoidance on the sides and the back. That includes an active track feature where you can get the drone flying backwards and it will detect obstacles behind it. And given that there's only a marginal difference in the price, it probably feels like if you were going to go for the Phantom 4 Advance, it'd be worth stumping the extra cash and actually going all out and getting yourself the Phantom 4 Professional. So if you're new in the market, or if you're looking to upgrade your drone, is the Phantom 4 Advanced a good investment? I'm going to say no. If you're looking to upgrade, you've probably already got yourself a Phantom 3 or a Phantom 4, which already does 4K video. Yes and okay, you can't control the aperture, and you haven't got the mechanical shutter and stuff like that. But what you have got still is a 4K capable camera that can do 30 frames per second, not the 60 frames per second that the Advance can do, but still a very solid piece of video equipment. If you're having issues with your shutter rate going up really high, like on a device like this, the original Phantom 4, then getting yourself a cheap pack of neutral density filters will soon resolve that problem for you. And as many of you will know that follow my channel, I've been having some problems with my main recording camera, my 70D. So I'm actually recording on my 600D, which is a 4 or 5 year old entry-level camera. And what I've had to be is very creative about getting the lighting right, getting the the image framed properly before I start recording. I've put Magic Lantern on there, which ironically enough is the thing that broke my 70D, and I've actually been able to up the bitrate of the video, and I think you'll agree we're getting pretty reasonable images for a 4-year-old camera that was entry level at the time. And the same is true with your drone. So, you know, it's not all about the quality of the camera that you're using, it's about the way that you use it. Behave yourselves. If you're new into the market, I wouldn't be looking at spending £1,500 on a new drone. I would get yourself the Mavic Pro, a smidge over £1,000. This is ultra portable, ultra light. It folds down. It's more discreet in the grey colour. Again, you can get yourself really great, relatively inexpensive neutral density filters to attach to your camera so that you don't have to have that crazy shutter speed that you can obey the 180 rule for video, which is that your shutter speed should be twice that of your frame rate. So if you're filming at 30 frames per second, you should have a shutter speed of 1/60th of a second. That would be a really great investment for you. Go and take that out and learn as much as you can about filming with drones before you start thinking about investing that amount of money. And if you've already got a drone and it's a reasonable drone, challenge yourself to go out and do something new and do something different with it. It's not about the camera, it's about what's in front of it, and it's about the way that you use it. I'm going to leave you there, guys. I hope you're really well wherever in the world you are. I hope you're already subscribed. If you're not, then please do so by bashing the button that's going to be down there. If you like this video, then smash that like button. And I'm going to leave you now with a montage of drone footage shot on my Phantom 4, just to show you just how great a £1,000 drone that you can still get on Amazon really is. See you in the next one.